all across the length and breadth of the Republic of Ghana, there are young, enterprising men and women that are breaking grounds and swimming against the tide, despite a very hostile environment for startup companies to make their dreams of small businesses materialize. And today, Mr. President, our own president, Mr. Alhassan Salam or Salam Alhassan, he is the brain, of course, with his partners behind this impressive bathing gel called Campus Gel. And today we are speaking in broad strokes about the expectations, challenges, and ambitions of young people when they try to start up a business in the Republic of Ghana. Mr. President, good to have you again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And first of all, is Ghana a friendly business country for people who are starting up?
For me, I think since I started this, I can see that the environment is very friendly. It depends on how you look at it. But for startups, although the capital is not there, but I believe that you don't need money to start anything. With limited resources, you can do whatever you want to do. It is the mission that is behind what you want to do, the determination, yes, and the will to want to succeed. Yes. You did hard work, you put in the hard work, and with faith. And of course, you need a team, you need a tribe that also believe in your vision. And once you have that, you can sail against all the odds.
Yes, so is it that people are on campuses and what they call a startup business idea was what they did for their project work? Do you have that sense that university students always jump on their project works and they think they are startup business ideas?
I think that normally project works, we just do the project work just for doing sake to just gain our marks and go away. We don't implement them, we don't follow it up, we just do the project and just dump it somewhere because it's part of the requirement to gain your degree, so we just do that. But I believe it shouldn't be so. Once you have researched so much in coming up with that project work, you should be well equipped after the project work to implement whatever you have researched in and then come up with a product or a service that would benefit your community or the nation as a whole.
Yeah, so what you and your colleagues are doing right now, you are into the production of a bathing soap or gel.
Exactly.
And was it part of what you studied, or this is just a bit of an extraneous idea that came to you and you felt through your own individual reading, extracurricular reading, you can implement such a lofty idea?
Yeah, look, growing up, we all taught to believe that you can only make ends meet when you acquire some tertiary education, and you have to seek for a job and get paid. But later on in life, I realized that there are people who are making waves in business, people like Kwame Despite and Dr. Kwame Despite and some few other people. So the question I ask myself is, there are a lot of people who complete their education and will carry their certificate to look for a job. Some are unavailable jobs, they walk our streets and complain there's no job. So why don't I start something, get some few friends who believe in the vision and the idea, and so we can start something. And lo and behold, I had friends who are in business, some are in other areas. I have a friend, for instance, who is a chemist. So I was like, if I have a friend who is a chemist, okay, is doing his MPhils in chemistry, why don't I consult him, get in touch with him, and let's see what we can do together. Can we come up with products? Can we, with the knowledge he has in medicinal chemistry and all that, can we do something? So through the consultation, we realized that there's something we can do. So we have to conduct a visibility study to find out whether the product we want to come up with can sell in the market. And looking at that, we realized that soap is a product that almost everyone uses. Everyone uses soap. You cannot do away without soap. So the demand is there. You just have to strategize, be able to get a very strong marketing strategy to be able to sail through. So that was exactly what we did.
Yeah, and would you say, accessing funds, initial capital, was a big challenge for you? Because, of course, as a student, you may not even have a current account to begin with. You don't have any collateral to be able to access a loan from a bank. So how do you feel young people with great business ideas can solicit funds so that they can put some oxygen into the ideas they have?
Yeah, funds undoubtedly is it's a challenge here. But my personal philosophy is that you don't need funds to start anything. With the little you have, you can raise something small to start a business, because this has been an excuse to, everyone. There are no funds. We didn't have much money before we went into this. We had to contribute something small to start it. I got in touch with someone who produces soap, and the person told me, okay, I'm going to do it for you. When you sell it, you give me my money. It's okay, so we can start something. Let's contribute something a little below 200 Ghana cedis. We started with that. As time, we went to realize that we could, now go into mass production. We have to start there, go through the process to register the company, get FDA to certify the product, and which we are doing now. In the next 1 month or so, we should get our certification to go into mass production. So
people should not have wild ideas of 50K, 100K, 200K before they make a move.
No. You can start small. We started small. We started with something less than 500 Ghana cedis.
Really?
Yes. But now we are able to raise some capital, and we are doing something. We have raised over 20,000 invested into this, coming from our own pockets. But starting initially, if we had thought of such huge amount of money, we wouldn't have been able to get here now. So.
But you still think the environment is friendly to startup businesses, looking at the bureaucracy as well, and your own family members thinking that after spending 15 years of family resources going to school, from an elementary school or crèche, you now have a degree and all you can do is sell bread. Somebody even was speaking against people who sell bread, and then now you're talking about a soap. Does society, including our family members, not to raise the bar to an extent that you are a degree holder, you should be suited and booted up and taking a fat salary? How do you convince people around you that I'm giving this a try and it will work out?
Yeah, so that's the challenge we have here. But one of my principles is that you should be ready to have a thick skin, despite the noise around and people's talk about what you are doing. You should be driven by your mission. You should be poised to stand against all the odds. You should make sure that you know what you're going for, and you should work hard at it. It demands so much hard work. After you succeed, all the naysayers will now come to you and congratulate you, and that's what you should look out for.
Yeah, but you've not had a family member pinch you and say, my brother, this wasn't what we took you to school for. Have you had that experience?
I have not. It's only a few friends.
You have a very supportive family.
I have a supportive family, and they are supporting and what I'm doing. And my team also. My team is a strong team. My guys are working very hard. We are putting together a sales team to start sales once we are through with our documentations. And these are young men who are also poised to support, to make this vision a reality, to make our company become one of the top notch in this country.
So during your brainstorming sessions as a team, are there times, because young people normally would want to go solo, and going solo means you can't go far. You will take unilateral decisions, there is no consensus building. When you come together as a team, how do you create a balance so every view shared is respected, rather than creating an environment of imbalance where the one putting in more money into the business idea thinks his ideas are supreme?
Yeah, I think that.
How do you manage egos, so to speak, since we are co-equals?
Yes, you need leadership. That's the most difficult aspect. You need leadership. Without leadership, you cannot manage them. And having been a student leader, but having been president, superintendent of over 30,000 students in my university, I think I have some skills with which to know how to manage people's egos and the like. There are times it may escalate, but you should try to manage it, manage the chaos. You may have so many. You may have to manage. So many things at the same time, and get people to understand the vision. They should all. Have that driving force to propel us to for success. And once they can see the vision, and they know that they are ready to follow the direction, they would understand you when you talk.
So for a startup that is struggling to find its feet, do you need an authoritarian style of leadership or laissez-faire? Because the teams normally start big. You start with 10 people, but very soon some begin to fall off. And how do you do the elimination and addition method so that you keep the vision and the mission you are talking about? What kind of leadership posture should you have as a driving force behind a new business idea?
Yeah, so you should keep up the balance. It should be like a laissez-faire, like so that you don't become too authoritative. You should allow a level of the views of your partner should also be heard. But there's some cases you need to be authoritative because.
In what case? And did you have to take such authoritarian decisions in the course of this new business?
Yes. There's on several occasions I had to do that.
And
because.
Why? And what was the circumstance?
Because there was a circumstance where one of our members was like, my number should also be on the label. I want to see my number on the receipt books. I want to see my number on our letterhead. And this is a person who is always busy in the lab. Anytime we call him, he's unable to pick up calls because he's in the lab and he has to switch off the phone, or he will not pick up the calls. I'm like, no, we can't do it that way. Let those who have ample time, those who have kind of flexible time to pick up calls, have their numbers there. And he was kind of not ready to understand that, but at the point I had to say, no, this is how I want it to be. I'm the leader, so this is how it should go.
So there are times you need to stamp your feet on the ground and
Exactly.
make some tough decisions.
Exactly.
Okay. And finally, Mr. President, what do you see as the future of startup companies in Ghana? We are indeed a capitalist country, and those born to rich parents continue to lead the pack in terms of so to speak, conglomerate businesses. And those who come from very humble backgrounds tend to be employees to these people who are employers. What is the future like in bridging that gap?
The future will be bright if the states, as a government, put together structures to help the youth. I'm trying to start a project for young people in schools. So, my idea and question is, why don't we start the entrepreneurship training from our various schools, so that before the person graduates from school, he or she knows that I can start something on my own, and I don't need so much capital. And these are the sources of funds I can seek for funds from. There's Maslock. And I think Maslock is something that we have to really reorganize it, because Maslock is supposed to augment startup business owners.
They had less than quite a number of models.
Exactly.
And the NYEP supporting, now there is NEIP.
Yes.
All of these are supposed to be supporting startup companies.
So I think Maslock has been politicized, and that is very bad for our country. They should make it open for everyone, irrespective of your political divide. So I think that is one challenge that the nation is facing. So government should restructure the funds, source of funds for startup businesses like this.
Mr. President, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much too.
The label is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Campus Gel, and let's continue to support young people who are enterprising. It doesn't take an old genius to change the world. Sometimes young, brains like Mark Zuckerberg and a host of other young people around the world are doing wonders. Why? Then young people can also do the same. Let's throw our weight behind them. So we come your way next time with another session with a brilliant, friend, Mr. President, Abdul Salam Alhassan. Stay blessed.